For decades, fans of Gunsmoke believed Marshal Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty were the perfect couple. Tender glances, unspoken love, the heart of Dodge City itself. But behind the cameras, the truth was far darker. James Arness and Amanda Blake, the actors who brought those characters to life, harbored a silent animosity that simmered for nearly 20 years. What appeared as restraint on screen was, off-screen, icy contempt. When Amanda Blake joined Gunsmoke in 1955, she was young, ambitious, and fearless in a male-dominated genre. James Arness, seasoned and stoic, was still recovering from a war injury, having just been personally selected by John Wayne to play Dillon. At first, there was a spark of professional admiration. They respected each other, worked tirelessly, and rehearsed long after the crew called it a day. But admiration quickly curdled into rivalry. Blake became a fan favorite almost immediately. Her wit and independence drew praise in letters by the thousands, and CBS began highlighting her presence in promotional material. For Arness, a man shaped by discipline and hierarchy, this shift felt like a betrayal. He watched, silently brooding, as the spotlight he once shared began to tilt. Tension escalated on set. He disliked the creative favoritism Blake enjoyed from director Charles Marquis Warren. Crew members later remembered the rigid wall Arness built between them, a barrier of pride masquerading as professionalism. The breaking point came in 1958 during a publicity shoot. Arness recoiled from the posed closeness photographers requested, muttering that Kitty didn't need Dillon. Later, when Blake gently pressed him about their strained dynamic, he responded with cold detachment. "I like you fine, as long as the cameras are rolling." Off-screen, their interactions became minimal. Scenes were carefully blocked to reduce contact. Physical stunts like lifting Blake during the infamous Kitty's injury episode turned into near disasters, leaving lingering resentment that no amount of on-set charm could hide. By the mid-1960s, Arness held unprecedented control over scripts. He vetoed any suggestion of a romantic development between Dillon and Kitty, not merely for realism, but to assert dominance over a character, and perhaps over Blake herself. Meanwhile, Blake sought to deepen Kitty's story, proposing arcs that would have revealed her as a flawed, resilient woman. Each pitch was quashed. The gulf between them widened until, by the 1970s, their relationship was a professional ceasefire. They existed in parallel worlds on set, speaking only when necessary. When Blake resigned in 1974, it marked the quiet end of an era. Arness remained silent, sending only a note upon her death in 1989, hinting at regret mingled with pride. In his later years, he reflected to a friend, "We could have been close, but we were too much alike. Stubborn, guarded, afraid to lose control." That stubbornness, their clash of wills, was paradoxically the engine behind Gunsmoke's enduring magic. The feud didn't destroy the show, it gave it fire. The tension between Arness and Blake created the intensity, the yearning, and the authenticity that made Dillon and Kitty unforgettable. Fans saw love restrained. The crew saw quiet fury. In truth, it was both, a perfect storm of pride, and unspoken admiration. Their story reminds us that greatness often comes not from harmony, but from conflict, and that sometimes the most compelling relationships are forged in fire, not in ease.